excited about bringing you this video today. Now I'm going to introduce you to a very special person, but before I do, I just want to start off by saying, as many of you know, I've been investing in property for nearly 2 decades, and one of my biggest bugbears has been property management. Now, whenever I bring on a panel member, someone to join my panel of experts and support me with building and growing my portfolio or maintaining and managing it, it's really important to me, and in fact it's a golden rule, that they should all be property investors themselves, especially with my brokers, especially with the accountants, solicitors, etc. I haven't always had that luxury with property managers until now. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Andrew from Different. Andrew, thank you for your time today.
Oh, thanks, Helen. Thanks for the nice little intro. Very special person. I think stop actually giggling myself. But mate, very excited to be part of the paneling. We know property investing is mate, it is part of our Aussie blood, and everybody loves it. It's an absolute hit. So, mate, very excited to be here.
Great. So I guess for everyone watching, why did I choose Andrew? Well, as I said, a lot of the team are investors themselves, so they really get us investors. Woohoo! That's a real thumbs up, and it certainly makes our lives a lot easier. But Andrew, let me start off by asking you the burning question. Funny name, but serious business, this company called Different. What makes you different?
Well, if I tell you the actual funny backstory to it, the logo is not what it is now, but the logo used to be diff and then the rent, so focusing on it's a different. But ultimately, the rebranding is, we know in the property space, there's not a lot of good things being said, either for, I guess, the transparency of traditional real estate agents or the consistency of delivery of service to property managers. And ultimately what people want is, money coming in every single month, somebody looking after their home. So why we called ourselves Different is we're a tech company, but we're also a real estate agency in Victoria, New South Wales, and in Queensland.
So when you say real estate agency, you mean property management. That's what you specialise in?
100%. So
okay, do you sell real estate as well? Okay.
Yeah, we have a belief that people buy Rolex watches because they make watches, not because they make shoes, and they do it really, really well. So we just really want to be amazing at delivering a property management experience. As you can imagine, as a tech company, we're focusing a lot of energies around that roadmap. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, fantastic. So I guess for all you guys watching as well, I want to let you know that I've actually road tested Different. So before I've actually, brought them on board, I've been doing a bit of a road test the last few months with these guys, given them one of my properties, have really enjoyed the experience of using their technology. I've enjoyed the experience of engaging with the tenant easily. I've had a couple of maintenance issues in which the tenant has just gone onto their app, has logged the complaint or the maintenance issue, which was the dishwasher, and bang, instantly I get a text message and an SMS. Now, I'll tell you, Andrew, what it's done for me as an investor, as you said, has made it completely transparent. Because one of the problems I often have with property managers is you have a maintenance issue, they call you and they go, oh, there's a water leak in the bathroom. You go, okay, great, no problem, fix it. Go and get some quotes. They send you 3 quotes, you pick the quote, and then you hear nothing.
That's right.
2 weeks later, you're like, oh, wonder what happened to the water damage or whatever. Is that an insurance problem? What's going on with that? So you were then having to ring and you end up playing telephone tag. And by the time you kind of finally talk to someone who knows what's going on, a month has passed. And you're left with, well, how much did that cost me? Were there any other costs other than the quote? Is the tenant happy, grumpy? Are they going to stay? Are they going to leave? You have all of these concerns that come with those issues. But I have to say, I've really enjoyed the experience with Different. As soon as that maintenance issue came in, we authorised you guys to do what needed to be done. Oh, and the other thing I really loved about the website, or about their technology, is when the issue came through, the maintenance issue, I had a choice. Here's the issue with the dishwasher. Do you want us to repair it, get someone out to repair it? Do you want to do it yourself, or do you have your own repairer that you prefer we use? I've never had that option before, Andrew. Brilliant.
It's amazing though, and that's really just the start of it, Helen. There is so much better. So, as you know, we're a fixed fee offering of $100, including GST.
Haven't even started on that one.
Property per month, but we're not competing against the status quo through price. We're competing it through experience, and exactly what you just said. You know, our owners always say, we get a common question: Do I know about maintenance requests? Do I get involved? And we say 100%. Do you ask for my approval before you spend my money? And we say all the time. And the reason why that is we've made it so simple through a click of a button. So we've got, you know, world-class leading engineers. You know, Mina and Ruin, as we know, come from that Silicon Valley background. Google, Uber, SoftBank, some of the biggest brand names. Like everything in your pocket these days come from that place. And we're just so used to it. And all we're really doing is just bringing real estate up to where consumer expectations are today. Because unfortunately, being in the industry for 17 years, it really has been lackluster.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I know a lot of my members complain about property managers. Guys, I hear you. I experience them myself. So I'm really excited about bringing you guys on board. And what's fantastic is, as Andrew said, $100 a month. That's it.
Yep.
No more. No
That's
hidden fees, no hidden agenda, nothing. Which is really refreshing, actually. And the other thing I love is, where are you guys located?
So we're strategically located, having a headquarters in every capital city in, once again, Victoria, so Melbourne CBD, in city of Brisbane. We just got our new place on Adelaide Street there, and just moved to Paddington. We just needed to we've expanded a lot, so we moved from William Street, and now we're just in Liverpool Street there, right in the CBD. But the whole idea is that we want local experts. So one of the biggest key things for us is our home expert programs, and we found passionate property people. And the other thing is, you probably mentioned, you probably heard of the cycle of real estate agents, you know, property managers. Every time you call them up, it's somebody else or something.
Yes.
So we're really attacked that. And one thing we believe that, besides getting respected and doing good quality work, what people really want was great quality property managers, experienced people that love property. But one thing to keeping great quality property managers, you just got to be flexible, right? Everything's done on the computer these days. Why do they have to go to an office and then go out to inspections? Why can't they just have the comfort from working from their laptop in a cafe latte Melbourne cafe, and then going out to their routine inspections and open for inspections? And that's what we wanted to provide, the flexibility for our property managers, so we can keep those amazing people for our customers. And that's how we do that.
Fantastic. So let me ask, Andrew, so you said you're in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. Do you do any regional areas yet?
We just road tested a place called Central Coast in New South Wales. For those that don't know, sort of from Gosford through to Newcastle.
Right.
The coastal town, it's a whole different animal, as you can imagine. It's a different skill sets over there. So we're looking for localised people.
Yep.
So we've got huge penetration up there, and we have ambitions of expanding a bit further as well.
Fantastic. And I guess everyone watching this, same for Queensland, sort of Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast.
100%. So the roadmap, as I know, Helen, she's a big advocate for Ipswich type area investments. Has been a great growth corridor.
Well, I have a lot of clients who have purchased up in those areas.
Yep.
And so I know, watching this, that they're going to be going, oh, you're coming up to the Sunshine Coast, or you're going down to the Gold Coast. So I'm just asking that question on their behalf.
Oh, we get a question asked all the time. I appreciate it. So first thing is, we launched Brisbane because we know that's going to be the biggest market at the start. We do have a roadmap to launch in Sunshine Coast and Gold Coast, but we just want to be an amazing business. We don't want to be a bad big business, because we know the appetite's there for that fixed fee offering, the rental guarantee, and the tech user experience at the moment we're delivering. So the answer is yes, we're going there.
Excellent. Well, that's great news for all of us, isn't it, guys? So tell me then, you're obviously got goals to grow the business over the next X amount of years. Let's talk a little bit more about, for all of my members, $100 a week, $100 a month for property management fees, all up. So is there anything extra for inspections or signing up new leases or bringing on new tenants? Can we talk a little bit more about the fees?
Yep. So everything's very, very transparent, available at different.com.au. We're one of the only guys that actually publicise, and we love it. Like, it's all inclusive. So there's two services. There's the one service where a property's tenanted, and we're managing the property. So we're keeping those contractual obligations, making sure the rental payments are made on time, and looking after the tenants and keeping them there for you as an investor by looking after them in terms of maintenance and repairs. So that's $100 a month for everything you would imagine, including routine inspections, maintenance, collection of rent, insurance processes, paying bills, all those things. The other service is obviously when a house is vacant and we need to find a tenant. So that's our leasing service. So traditional agents charge anything from 1 to 2 weeks plus GST. We said too complicated. $500 includes your national tenancy database checks, includes the condition report. That's all digitally prepared for you and kept on file, or the lease agreements which are stamped by all the REI, NSW, REIQ, REIV standards. So best in practice everything, all for a fixed price of $500 including GST. And the one thing on top is we really believe in transparency. So we're offering our internet package and our advertising. So that is in New South Wales and Victoria, it's $500. In Queensland, we got things are a little bit cheaper in Queensland, so we wanted to pass that saving on. So that's $400 flat. And what that includes is, because of our negotiation power, we've really been able to get the best quality. So we've got fully photoshopped professional photos for $170. And you know, the great thing is if you actually got professional photos already from the sales campaign, we'll save that as well. We're absolutely talking about transparency and fair fixed flat fee.
Yeah, fantastic, awesome. Thank you, Andrew. And guys, for all of you watching this, I've negotiated a really exclusive deal with Different for all our members. So that's going to be below this video. All the details are down there, so check it out. And thank you very much for your time today, Andrew. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks.